What's up, Captain Cold? Trial time. Facts. Let go. Actually, let me exit out. I clicked exit 5 times. Close. Did I put trail in the Discord? Is that... I did. Well, that's off to a bang up start. I'm not even gonna edit. I'm not even gonna edit. I can't. I'm not even going to. I'm not even going to. I reap what I sow. We're getting into it.
Danganronpa.
Is it echoing? Because I have to read that right now. After noticing, like, you saw Leon when you opened it, I didn't even notice that the first time. And look at it, looks like fire and fruit. So that's maybe, I don't even want to pay too much attention. Okay, started with the chaotic. Yo, we should make another, like, card game. Like, I mean for nowadays, because I feel like something like that has been waiting a while. It seems like Pokemon cards, like, I've been seeing on Twitter, like, recently, a lot of people have been doing, like, Pokemon card open up, you know, especially like McDonald's thing, and, like, sports cards are coming back in, with, like, they're getting valuable, like, we're talking about literally, like a first, like, near $1 million card, like, being sold. Like, it's cards are like coming back, it feels like. I feel like it's someone needs to cash in on this and make like another card game kind of thing. And I have like a dynamic background on my desktop. Whichever one was shown. I think it was like a My Hero one. Yeah. Alright, let's get into this. It's not actually load the wrong thing. I mean, it doesn't matter in the long run, but I almost accidentally did. Alright, it says investigation, but we're literally right there. Alright, we're about to get into another trial. I do not think Kyoko will be joining us because that's going to give away if she was the victim or not. I don't think she is the victim. They could surprise me, but I don't think she is. I don't know why she'd be allowed to avoid the trial. Or I don't really know where she's at, but you know, we'll probably learn about that now. The victim, This one's throwing me through a loop. This one is throwing me through a loop. Because Oh my goodness, what's up, Isaiah? I think your settings are wrong. It says blind playthrough, but I can see it. See it. I looked over and I was like, whoa, wait, can they not hear me or something? God freaking dang it. You can see it, I can't. I'm literally looking at blackness. Just like a blank screen. That's why it's blind. But I think the victim is going to be the 16th student with the tattoo. It's a little too obvious though. Apparently I found out what chaotic went down and ended. There were 2 separate owners of the franchise, 4 kids who had heights. Card mechanic. And then there were to get some money. So then it was getting big as Pokemon and Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering sounds familiar, but I haven't really that much have I heard about those. Contract disputes. Dang. Can take the clickbait from the YouTube, but can't take it from the Isaiah, it's you again. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. We did? Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure out that by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the 2 of you? What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second? He could show up at any time? I imagined what was about to happen. I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But... what, Monokuma? We stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
That's like waiting for Steven, am I right? Okay, what's up, Gaming Spot? Yo, who's Dan? Dan, yo mama. Oh, no. Yo, Isaiah is on a roll today. Man, it's one of the biggest card games in the world. No, it isn't. The cards are the same size as any other. God damn. Okay, I'm leaving. Alright, peace out, Isaiah. That's funny. What's going on here? Why haven't Monokuma showed up yet? Why hasn't?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. I'm being serious though, like, maybe I've seen it before, but I can't picture Magic the Gathering right now. I might, there's a good chance I know it, I just, like, didn't know that's what it was called. Or, like, I just didn't really spend too much time on it, but... What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or what? Jesus! Oh, did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What, you have something to do today or something? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words...
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we?
Huh?
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. We're waiting for Kyoko, aren't we? But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey.
Ah. Okay, so Kyoko wasn't the one who died. I'm here, and no rule has been broken. Kyoko. Kyoko, you're still alive. No, that's a god dang. This man. That's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right, now we've got to deal with the God, we're waiting for Mondo. I told you stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. He's scared because he thinks she's a ghost. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is over. Yeah, this one's gonna be interesting. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before you get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body has been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late?
However...
Sorry, I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to.
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Oh, we get one last piece of evidence. Oh!
just a second.
Hey, wait. I knew we were gonna get bitched at. I thought that was gonna be Byakuya, though. Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before you get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current
It would
situation.
seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. Just overthinking what she said, right? Well, I don't think she killed someone, but we'll put the pieces together. I don't know who did it, though. The mastermind, maybe? Because the last one left, being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. scoot over. And the doors slid shut. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with... What the hell is wrong with me? The mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Oh!
I can't wait! I can't wait!
Have we redecorated? Or have I just not noticed how colorful this was? I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs have passed. Let's get on with the show! And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Let's save this data. Maybe next time we get to this point, so like I don't waste up too many more slots. I think I will have to at some point, but it doesn't matter. It's not like I have to come back to anything, because if I fail, it just like kind of restarts. Oh, rip the emoji, yeah. I tried to look into, like, at one point I tried to look into, to tame that down, but, like, I couldn't find where to do it. I'll have to look harder next time. It was kind of just, like, a quick look. Alright, let me review my truth bullets real quick. I never really do that, but I feel like I'm gonna do it this time. Okay, so the body's victim, we don't know who it is. We just know it's not Kyoko now. And metal pipe to the head. And like they got... Body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Alright, so it was before the sprinklers went off, we know that. The nails were fake. The tattoo looks in like that one, not cult, but, it was the same bomb. Could this be a Monokuma trap? We got the knife. The tarp. That has something to do with something. The chicken's gone. Byakuya. Once those come up, this is a short refresher. If I need to look again, we'll use it to the trial. During the trial, I mean. Let me set skills if I have any left. I have 13 out of 19, but I don't have any more skills to like pick. But this is set, right? Yeah. Okay, so that means it's set. Oh, vocabulary. We got increased bullet capacity, effective during bullet time battle. Nice. Okay. Lit. That it? I'm not missing anymore. Nice, okay. So that's all set. Let's get into it. Hopefully I do better at that one, the tempo one, if that comes around.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Okay.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment.
I don't know why.
But then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
I know this is kind of like impossible to see, especially from Makoto's point of view, unless he were to kill someone, but Wonder what would happen if someone did graduate.
Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
Alright.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
You know, Hero, I really needed that, honestly. I was feeling like between this stream and last stream, I've been feeling like a sack of potatoes. But, like, we really, like, I felt real stupid, but, like, you really made me feel bad. I needed
But
that one.
Kyoko's standing right there.
I really needed
Oh, that's a ghost!
Oh my god, yeah. Oh. Feeling a bit better about myself. She's not even denying.
But she has legs and stuff.
What?
Well, that's just because... she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology!
The latest evolution.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
What?
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits
No!
to the traits of
You
the
have
dead
got to
body.
be kidding me. There's no way this is the...
Her traits?
We really have to identify that the corpse was not Kyoko, who's standing right there. That's literally... Who said that when someone graduates, they get to leave the school and live? What? People... No, but like... my question, I know how someone graduates, but... Is he being honest, though? Like, would they actually get to leave the school? And again, revisiting the fact, do they even want to leave the school? The whole television thing kind of is throwing me through a loop, because, like, I find it hard to believe that, like, the entire country, viewing this and no one's like, alright, let's get the military with our tanks and stuff to get them out of this school. Unless, like, Monokuma, the mastermind, is like Thanos, I don't see how that's a thing. So, so I don't know. Maybe, but yeah. Would he? That's, I guess, something we'll just have to like speculate once we know more about. Once I know more about. This is really the first thing. Oh my god. Kyoko's anything? Cause it's not her? But they treat the body doesn't belong to the gloves? Because we couldn't see the face?
I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
What are you doing? You're supposed to be the, Mr. Like, this is ridiculous. We're supposed to be smart here. Why are you letting this happen? This is redundant.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
You're just gonna, like, rat on that like that.
Oh, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
I do remember people have tried to rescue them and failed. They said the police, but if this were reality, like, this would make worldwide news. Like, we're talking, like, militaries trying to get to them. I can't imagine, again, unless the mastermind is Thanos, I couldn't imagine, like, a military failing at that. I couldn't imagine the military not wanting to intervene in this if this is truly real worldwide. So, there's just something fishy going on. But that's besides the point. We need to prove that this is Kyoko. Not Kyoko. This is America, yes, but this is Japan. I guess this is Japan. I don't know. They still have, like, you know, they still have some kind of military that I don't know. But would America intervene? I don't know. Again, that's, I guess, besides the point right now. We'll focus on this, but there's something fishy. Something fishy. Yeah.
They probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
I don't think she said anything so far. No way that corpse was Kyoko. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck in. How? How do we make it this far? Where? Oh my god. So I don't have a choice, but I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. So what are you talking about? Touch her! Oh, this is insane. There's actually no way. There's not a shot.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Oh my.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
I can't believe I am agreeing with him, but I am. This is so pointless. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have to shoot that second thing, but let me see with what.
That
Exploded
Kyoko there
body
is just a
analysis,
ghost.
fake nails,
Impossible.
tattoo on right hand,
Okay, then prove it. Prove
fragments
she's not
near
a
the dead
ghost.
body, not
The dead
sprinklers.
body wasn't wearing gloves.
I think it
They
might
got
be
burnt
fake
up in the
nails.
explosion.
Maybe?
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion?
I'm gonna try the fake nails. I have two
Well,
theories
yeah,
for this.
She must have been wearing gloves.
Yeah, okay.
No, that's wrong.
I thought maybe the tattoo and she'd like have to take it off and reveal it, but
No. There's no way the
This
corpse
was my first
wearing
thought.
gloves.
with the fake nails.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right?
Danganronpa, friends become enemies and enemies become friends. Yeah, it's crazy.
It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
You don't know women. Dog.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
I'm sorry. The way he was like, well, Kyoko, any thoughts? Like, he's just like entertaining this idea. Like, yo, old Byakuya, like first step Byakuya, I think he would have like killed someone by now. Or he'd shoot himself.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to
Well,
Kyoko.
I'm glad we nipped that in the bud.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
I need a water. Oh, I just... Can't wait to see your first full stream again. That'd be funny. I think I'm gonna like try and maybe upload these to YouTube like after I'm finished streaming them. Like after I finish the game, then like I'll start uploading the streams to YouTube. Oh. Okay, that made me laugh. First we need to fight.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
No, please, Byakuya. Don't take credit for Hero's idea. Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. Fragments, sprinklers, fake nails, tattoo, exploded body analysis. Prediction, I think it's gonna be the
really
tattoo.
Is still alive. Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
Yeah, that's
And there
fact.
wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Okay, I'm gonna try, if we can't identify the body, I'm gonna try that with,
Kyoko really is still alive.
tattoo on right hand.
Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
And there wasn't
That's
any description of...
facts.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do,
Garbage.
right?
I missed. I couldn't get those things out from my way fast enough.
If Kyoko really is...
Then who died?
There's gotta be some... I don't think so.
The face was scorched beyond... And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
I got blocked again.
There's nothing
No.
else we can do, right?
Okay, I'm sorry. I need to focus. I need to get those things out of my way first. I was trying to finesse.
If Kyoko really... Then who died?
There's gotta be some... I don't think so.
The face was scorched, and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma...
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
I'm tweaking right now. I'm still like jittery from the I gotta relax.
If Kyoko really is still alive.
Then who died?
There's gotta be some... I don't think so.
There's gotta be a way to
The
like.
face was scorched beyond recognition, and there wasn't any
Shit, I
description
didn't
in the
mean to do that.
Monokuma file.
Well, if we can't identify the body...
How is that blocking it? There's nothing
else
there.
we can do, right? If Kyoko really is...
Then who died?
There's gotta be some... I don't think so.
The face was scorched beyond... And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma...
Well, if we can't identify the body...
Yes. Okay, I got it.
No, that's wrong.
You got shoved.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Well, if you all believe me, then I'll get a graduate if I killed the person. If I did.
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
You slow down time, but I don't. If you have it to help.
She's just being
What's up?
stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking
She's-
about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh?
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Yo, someone get her. Like, out of... we're like beyond out of pocket at this point.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you can pay attention to the animation. It was... where's that? I think the profile, I'm pretty sure. The Mercuro Usuba.
I got
I
it!
know I said that wrong, but hold on.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ifusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The mercenary. The image that represents Fenrir is... Didn't they say a wolf? Oh, I hate this one. Yeah, they said wolf. Give me a W! Give me an L! Move, W. Get F.
Now I understand.
Cause I can spell at a kindergarten level.
The
Actually, that
representation
was
of Fenrir
preschool.
is a wolf.
A wolf. Someone get Toko a bucket.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
Damn, is this bitch really gonna die before we get to meet her?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Oh, she did that. Okay, so that was her.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Wasn't she the ultimate
Maybe
soldier?
we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from... Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
Oh, she's just...
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
We don't
It
know
must
yet.
have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
Okay, step off the gas pedal, buddy boy. You were wrong the last time, and we are like all trust in you. How can we try? You're trying to take... Bah!
My information was not wrong.
Ooh.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
Shut up. You will beat. Yo, you allowed to verbally assault the Monokuma? Like, I know you can't, like, attack. But what about verbal? Like, what if you just, what if you just started violating? Like, yo, you a bitch, boy. Your mother didn't love you. You're just a bitch. You weren't liked in school. What if you just, like, kept going in? Can you spell the word knife?
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and
Where's the-
chit-chat as much as possible.
You're just chucking out the
Fine.
whole rules.
Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record.
Makoto would cry. That's such a fact.
The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
We get it.
Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Is it Kyoko? I think it's me and Kyoko. Cause no. Toko and Genocide Jack, I think you're talking about me and Kyoko.
I got it!
Yeah.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there.
This could be another suicide, too. Because there was a bomb. What? No, what the... We shouldn't, I just don't see anyone here, like... Because he's right, you know, it's between... it really looks like it's either me or Kyoko. And unless, like, Toko somehow managed to kill that person, like, just going up to get the pickaxe, but... The blood wasn't that, like, fresh. I don't think. So, like, I don't think it was Kyoko. Unless it's some BS in my, like, fever state, like... You stabbed him. But there would be blood going from my room to the thing. Like, so it can't be me. It can't. I don't know. We need more evidence.
So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden.
Wow!
However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
Oh, are you sure about that?
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone.
Why was she so shocked about
we
the
even
gym?
went to the bathroom in pairs.
In the bathroom.
All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow, I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body?
That would make
but
sense.
What time did we find the body?
9.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
Kyoko and I. Look how he's stupid. Yo! He would definitely say that if this was like the first half of the game, I swear. He changed a little bit. I'm still not like entirely, he's definitely not one of my favorite characters. Don't get that wrong. But I don't hate him as bad, I guess I'll say. He saw his moments, I'm like, dude, shut up. But like, he had a little bit of a flexion, if you will. So what time was the body discovered? 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just 9 o'clock. Probably 9 on the dot now. Okay, go get the pickaxe. Be back here by 9:01.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
Still a big time for. Now, alright, we're gonna begin
For
the
me,
sprinklers out
I was
now.
already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh yeah! Right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. to 7:30. Okay, then it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. Which is we're getting into the sprinklers. But how are they gonna have me prove this? Fragments, sprinklers, tattoo. Okay. Sprinklers or examined body.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Sprinklers at 7:30. We're gonna hit the sprinklers. That's more than enough time to commit murder, don't you think?
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock and 9 o'clock in the... Makoto...
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Aw, really?
Shoot!
Alright.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in
I
the
can only
morning.
hit 10 o'clock at night or 7 in the morning.
And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock.
Not fake nails,
To
not
7:30.
tattoo. Fragments near the dead
That's
body?
more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
Exploded
So, Makoto,
body
if
analysis?
you have any objections, now would be the time.
Maybe? They're not giving me too much time for this, so they're kind of being like, yo, this is obvious, but... I really thought I had it with the sprinklers, to be honest.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most...
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
I'm gonna try this. Dang it, bro, what do I have to do? 7:30 or 10 o'clock? Let me look at the evidence again. What do I have? It has nothing to do with fake nails. There's not a shot. Exploded body. Okay, so yeah, this was where it says the upper half was soaking wet. I thought that could mean the sprinklers. Do I hit the sprinklers at 10:30? Yeah, why isn't the sprinklers at 7:30? The sprinklers go off at 7:30. When the body was found, that's not one. What was the other thing? He gave me exploded body and I was ready to tattoo on right hand. Fragments. This is about the bomb. Oh, is it the bomb maybe? Is it trying to say it's the bomb? Okay, now, if I fail this one, this I understand why everyone would turn against them.
Somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Fragments near the bomb, maybe?
And Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from
I'll
10
try
o'clock to 7:30.
Sorry I keep necking you, Kyoko. What the hell? You can tail boy. You mean like the ghost bullet thing? Would I went that. I don't think I'd have to hit 730 with 10 or 10 with 730. I don't get what it's wanting me to do here. I've had like 3 things that like made sense to me and they all just said no. I'm lost. And you have to see where I'm coming from, right? Like, I'm not being an idiot here. I mean, I might be, but you have to at least see where I'm coming from with the first thing. The sprinklers in 7:30 makes sense. I'm almost tempted to try that again in case that I had something messed up. That's how much sense it makes to me. What?
Shoot!
Dang it, I'm about to die probably. I was on
We've
local
established a time frame for the murder.
sprinklers?
It took place somewhere
10
between
o'clock
10
at night,
o'clock
that doesn't
at
make
night
sense.
and 9 o'clock in the morning.
9 o'clock in the morning. Sprinklers,
Yep. And Makoto doesn't
fake
have an alibi
nails,
for most of that time.
tattoo on
Yeah,
right
from
hand,
10 o'clock.
fragments near...
To 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
I don't get it.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
10:30. Would it be... I was thinking that too after my second round. Sprinkler for 10?
It took place somewhere between...
Really? Why? Oh, because he's saying it's
The murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock.
between...
It had to have
Okay.
taken place way later.
Oh, okay, I get it now. Oh, I was thinking more so for like the sprinklers have at 7:30. So like, okay, I get it. Again, it's the same thing I was trying to say. It's
What
just a
makes you
different.
say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How?
Does this mean I'm gonna have to battle her in that
Are
thing?
you saying only the mouth down south was wet? How dare you spew such
Oh my
indecent words?
god.
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
What are you talking about?
Man, you're totally wacko.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
Okay, she was on fire, and I doused her in water? Oh, this is such a stretch for the tempo thing. Are you kidding me? No, this is such a stretch. Why is she being so bent out of shape over freaking nothing?
No! That's enough! Are you trying to blame me? I admit
No,
nothing.
relax.
No!
Please don't blind me. 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 Please. Please don't blind me. Please don't blind me. Please don't blind me. Please don't blind me. Oh my god. We're going fast here. Why am I blaming? She's like giving. Oh no, please. Oh yes, oh yes.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove it.
The body. And just so you know, I did remember the whole you had to cycle through the bullets.
Just
I don't know if you could for that one, but I knew that was the right one. I thought fast.
Why it wasn't the sprinklers.
Toko really showing up for the goatness. Bruh. Oh man. Oh.
The top half of the
I don't know what the heck
was
happened
wet,
last time.
Yes, but the bottom half was
That one's
completely
pretty
dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
That's fact. Hey, thank you for the bits, Captain Cold. Why celebrate? Yeah, that was a pretty smooth one. Probably one of the smoothest ones I probably have. Yeah, thank you for the 10 bits. If the sprinklers got the body, I don't nearly that even.
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
What are you talking about?
I'm so sick of her.
Did she kill her? Why is she
move on.
so bent out of shape? What are we
The reason
doing?
only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
No.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
We're narrowing it down. The bottom was completely dry. Yo, God. Pain.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
What you got for us, Kyo? Kyoko's in without an alibi, which would mean that Makoto's killer. No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
That's what I was kind of thinking at the start. Especially the whole bomb thing. There was a bomb!
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
This is her punishment for going missing. He wanted her to blame Kyoko.
Shut up, you!
Oh!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
Anyway,
God damn.
Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
Wait. Where this is too clear cut.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
What?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
What?
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Oh, shoot. Why am I helping with this? This is literally just shing-dingling my entire, like, alibi.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she make me look like the killer? Can't think about that right now. That tarp. It was used the way Kyoko said. The tarp must have touched the body, right? The body had blood on it.
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
Oh, Kyoko's motivations. If I don't, something everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Knife, body before the explosion, body, when the body was found, fragments.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the
protected
body, of course it didn't get dirty.
It didn't get. Oh, which one is it? Is it didn't get dirty or is it protected from the water? I'm assuming it means the
By
blood.
covering the body with the tarp,
Oh,
killer
exploded body.
prevented it from getting
Was
wet.
it not fragments?
So the reason
not
the
when
tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Or was it only dirty on
But
one
the underside
side?
of the tarp,
Body
it
before
was totally
explosion.
spotless, right?
Oh, I have a couple things I could
Because that
try.
side was protected from the
I
water.
think it's this last one, maybe.
Since it was facing down toward the body.
I'll try this last one
Of
first.
course it didn't get dirty.
Yes, okay.
No, that's wrong.
There was a couple things
Actually,
that made sense there to
One
me.
side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
Maybe.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
The chicken! The missing chicken! Oh, free my mans.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
Saddest death yet.
Chicken blood?
Ripped to the homie. Couldn't even get turned into KFC.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful.
They
They should have at least eaten it.
That's what I'm
wonder
saying.
if the killer had to get the blood from
Ripped
the scene
chicken.
so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Oh.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
That's not...
Really? This is how we're doing me, actor. Yo, what's up, Trev? Whip Dark Souls. I'll return to that one day.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? This guy's dead body has been... I'm getting a truth bullet now?
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide?
No!
Let's flip a coin.
Really?
50-50 odds.
We're so just like that. It's just me.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Shut up. Stop with the maybes.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
More. The knife, what are you gonna do? Toko, keep it. Oh no 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 no. No, 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 no. Me.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
No. Well, I mean, I knew this from day one, but...
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah.
Then why did you hide that fact?
Why didn't anyone else
not
figure
that
it
I
out?
hid it.
It's not like we found
It's just-
too many knives. Couldn't be sure what actually happened. You gotta tell people about this, bruh. Everyone is very forgetful.
Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto.
Oh my god, really? Everyone just...
Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000%
Really?
convinced.
Really? Isn't he supposed to be on my side since I hung out with him like twice? Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer. This guy's dead ball. They're giving me more and more bullets. When the body was found, exploded.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Getting
So
stabbed.
there's no question.
Is that right?
You took that knife of yours and
No,
killed her
no,
with
no,
it.
no, no, no.
What
Hold
a
up.
horrible man you are, Makoto.
The pipe. The Monokuma file. Didn't it say something about a pipe? Is that even a bullet?
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we
Body
gave to
before the
Makoto.
explosion?
It really is, isn't
Shit,
it?
it's not.
I was afraid
Okay,
of that.
that's not one.
If he did have that knife
Disguised dead
before,
body.
then
Before the
that seals
explosion,
it.
maybe?
Makoto did it.
I have
Just
3
because I
hearts
had
left.
the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Maybe? Nah. Was that even the one I wanted to hit? I don't think it was. Okay.
Shoot!
Yeah, I never paid him his
The
bones.
knife we found
God
lodged
dang
in
it.
the dead body.
Okay.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Gave me Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I
Exploded
was
body
afraid of that.
analysis.
If he did have that
Fragments.
knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Aren't you like a whole serial killer? Like with another personality? How about you relax a bit? Let me review real quick. Okay, that one, exploded body analysis. Does it say anything? It just says it's burnt beyond recognition, so that wouldn't be it. Fragments. There are bits of charred debris near the body. It should be noted the bomb which had been removed from the gym had disappeared. It had hard to imagine those two events are unrelated. Okay, so that's pretty much saying the bomb was the same one in the gym. I don't think that did anything to kill her though. When the body was found, I'm not sure about that one. I don't think that has anything to do with anything. What else did they need me? Body before explosion. The corpse had a white jacket. A knife had been thrust in an abdomen. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around it. Wood blocks, duct tape, it's none of that. Disguised dead body, I think that's one of them too. Took place later when they removed the tarp suspect. Okay, so that's just saying it disguised the dead body. Let me see here. Let me run through this again. Alright,
The knife
fragments.
we found lodged in the dead body.
When the body was found.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
I don't think that has
It
anything
really
to
is,
dispute.
isn't it? I
Gave
was
to
afraid
Makoto.
of that.
If he did have that knife before, then
Always
that seals it. Makoto did it.
exploded
Just
body
because I
analysis.
had the knife once,
Fragments.
that automatically makes me the killer?
I'ma
Well,
try
getting stabbed
this
is what
one.
killed her,
Nah,
right?
okay. I'm probably gonna die here, but
Shoot!
alright, so it has to be the getting stabbed you have to shoot. Cause like, what's there to dispute about giving the knife to Makoto? Cause he had it. Unless he's trying to tell him about the dream, which he should have told him like before this whole thing, but there's not really one that like tells you that. Okay,
The knife we
fragments.
found lodged in the dead body.
When the body was found, what does
It's
that have
the
to do?
same
I don't
one
think that's
we gave to Makoto.
disguised
It
dead
really
body.
is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
Maybe
If he did
I'm
have
gonna
that knife
I'm gonna try this
before,
one.
Then that seals it.
I got an achievement
Makoto
somehow.
did it.
Just because I had the knife once,
I'm gonna try this. This could
that
be.
automatically makes me the killer?
It could be.
Well,
rip.
getting stabbed is what.
Hey, I got it. Okay.
No, that's wrong.
Disguised dead body. Alright, so he's saying the
Wait, hold on. The stab wound
isn't what killed
Mukuro.
him.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Yo, what's up, Mox? What you need help with?
Okay,
That is
fine.
true.
So what?
How did they stick a knife in there without getting blood anywhere?
So, when we discovered the body,
Am I gonna have to fight him in a tempo soon? He's getting a bit
the
raged.
knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it
What?
up.
The victim has stayed twice in the same spot. What was that? Oh, that hard drive fell. That's not good. Shoot, I lost like focus a little bit. I think it might be body before explosion. A striped sweater is all the time. One with the color turtleneck. I messed up. I go with wherever feels like, wherever you're feeling. Like, it's a beige. I need a tiebreaker. I go with the black.
Shoot!
This is the first time this is actually making sense. Them all blaming me. Here on Makoto. Makoto is not the black one. I guess that means I didn't accidentally kill the person.
Is this really the end for all of us? I refuse to give up yet!
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Let me pay
The
more
stab
attention to
wound
this.
isn't what killed Mukuro. That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
No, there's no way possible. Oh, the Monokuma file. With the, been stabbed a single time with the knife.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Then the knife...
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Still don't know how she's alive, but okay.
The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
Oh, okay.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
He just needs to take the day off today. He's all sorts of flopping.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Does it always have to be me? Fragments near the body.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
She was in the room last night. Nah, I don't think. There's no way.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Concentration. Before the food Monaco 5 exploded body analysis.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Yes.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The
Pretty sure.
explosion didn't kill her for sure,
Explosion.
I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
The one thing that could have killed her. Hold on. Alright, peace out, Mox.
Then,
Okay.
shall we continue the debate?
Okay, what? So
The
Monokuma
victim's
file.
fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Explode.
The
Okay,
explosion
so
didn't kill her for sure.
pre and
Yes.
post.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that
Unless I
happened.
suck something up
And it
here.
wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Okay, they only gave me 3 as opposed to 5, so I'm thinking I'm gonna have to, like, suck a bullet in. Just for safe measure, though, let me go and look at the truth bullets here. They're giving me the Monokuma file, which Hiro already kind of explains this, like, dead before the blast, 1 stab wound, bashed metal pipe, other wounds several days old, and an exploded body says burnt half, upper half. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. And then before the explosion, the corpse had mask covering his face, white jacket, thrust in the abdomen. Hey, I don't think that's anything either. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to use a phantom ghost bullet. I'm not sure what they're called, I forget, but sometimes just suck. But to shoot
Then
what
shall we
where,
continue the debate?
I'll have to think about this.
The victim's fatal
Fatal
injury has
injury.
yet to be determined, correct?
Yeah, fatal
The explosion
injury,
didn't kill her for
explosion.
sure, I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the
Knife.
knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
I don't think it's explosion
Oh,
or
yeah.
knife.
According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was
Back
evidence
of
that showed
her
she was
head?
hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Okay. Hold on, let me think here. We have knife, explosion, back of head, countless wounds, and we have something in the beginning I kind of forget. I think it's just on like what killed her. I don't think it's knife or explosion. Would it be? This one's stumping me. Hold on, let me see.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
The victim's
correct?
fatal
The
injury.
explosion didn't kill her for sure,
Explosion.
I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't because of the knife,
Knife?
right? And then there's only one other thing.
I'm gonna try
Oh, yeah.
something. This could be stupid, but let me see.
According to the Monokuma file,
I'm gonna
that's
try.
gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And
Wrong
more than that,
freaking button.
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Wounds. I'm gonna try to hit
Then
this
shall we continue the debate?
with fatal injury.
The victim's fatal
This
injury
could
has
be.
yet
Oh, it is it. Let's go.
No, that's wrong.
This was
Mukuro
kinda
died
heroes
because of the blow to
during
the
more
back
than
of the
me.
head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
Pipe. It said the pipe.
Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object.
Oh, it says about as
a
thick.
metal pipe.
So never mind.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
No, wait. I'm sorry. I was kind of expecting Toko after that, but then like that might have been a little bit too quick. But I was like, ooh, it didn't have to happen then. I don't know.
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
But you're saying it, so it might probably
No
mean stuff.
way! The balance would be all off. you wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground, and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Have I? The real murder weapon? Oh, is it those arrows? Titanium arrows.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something, and that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
Yeah, this is being pinned on Kyoko.
Arrow. That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Because he had the key.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of
A
weird.
girl looks at you like Toko looks at Byakuya. What are you doing? Shooting her in the face. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm nicer than that in real life, but I don't know. She's a little bit too. Depends on the personality, because she's too extreme.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Thank you. Bloody duct tape, Kyoko's account, Makuma's account, wooden block key, titanium arrows. I probably guessing the wooden block key.
The titanium arrow.
We'll see though.
It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thin.
Too thin.
Talking back to Master. You have no right!
Can we leave Toko and Hiro maybe like out next time? Okay. I'm pretty sure we have to hit too thin. But let's see what we have.
The titanium arrow.
Makukuma file, wooden block key,
It was in the dojo
titanium
locker, right?
arrows, bloody
I
duct
have
tape,
no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Kyoko's account.
Are you sure?
What was Kyoko's account?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the
What was-
Monokuma file,
what was
it
Monokuma?
said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe.
I'm gonna try this.
It seems like an arrow would just
But
be
they're
too thin.
titanium.
Talking back to Master.
Now I'm gonna look at stuff before I
You have
gung ho
no
it.
right!
Because she is talking about the arrows, but like, does she know they're like titanium? Hold on, let me see. Okay, what was... I need Kyoko and Monokuma's account. There's Monokuma's. Apparently the killing game began 16% assume because Monokuma also revealed that the reason Kyoko wears gloves is because... Okay, that has nothing to do with anything. So it's not that. One block key... I mean, it was found in Kyoko's room, but that does nothing for us now. Titanium arrows appear to be 10 in total. I don't know if that's going to actually do anything. Bloody duct tape. With the arrows, there is also a wound up ball of bloody duct tape. Duct tape trace of blood on it. It's assumed that the raid kid case. Okay. Maybe it's under the bloody duct. What was her thing? Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool which grant access to any room in the floor. This area seems... Okay, that has nothing to do with anything. So, okay, I think it is...
The titanium arrow.
Titanium arrows. Bloody duct tape,
It was
maybe?
in the dojo locker, right?
Maybe.
I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
I'm tempted to hit that, but I'm not going to.
You don't
I have a
sound
couple
convinced.
theories I'm gonna try.
What's the problem?
Well, because in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right?
I'm gonna try
It
hitting
seems like
this
an
with blade
arrow.
duct tape. Yeah, okay.
No, that's wrong. You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape.
It's bloody.
The killer probably used this duct tape to bind multiple arrows together.
As a fact, she's the yes man. Or yes
Bundling them
woman.
together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Were you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you
What are you
absolutely
talking about?
have.
We were literally there with the
How
cherry
can you
blossom.
say that with such confidence?
What are you talking
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
about? We're talking about the
Oh.
key.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
I mean, you could always tell him
Of
too.
course I remember.
You could always just say, you know it too. It's not
Show
just
us.
me.
Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
Okay, give me a second. Jesus. One walk.
I got it! The one thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
She didn't have her
Don't
key.
bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just there's one more thing I need to ask her. Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
What?
Does that mean she knew I was being attacked? Weird. She came to my rescue? Could that be when? Which would mean that Kyoko, she killed someone for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
You have your key. Ryuko should know better. Yeah, she has her key. How did it get in there if it got used? When block key, when the body was found, Byakuya's account. Okay, how are they gonna let me get this
Those
through?
words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room.
Yeah.
Correct? But could I really have done that?
No, shit. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay. So of course, what we're trying to say here is Byakuya took her key to her room. She couldn't get in her room. The key to the locker was in her room, so she couldn't put it there because it was used to cover up the murder, which was used while Byakuya had the key. So, I'm gonna need a run through to see how I can get this done. I have a lot of
Those
truth
words you
bullets,
just spoke.
I think.
What do you mean?
No, I only have
Exactly
3.
what I said.
Hold on.
I'm not the killer.
Not the killer.
You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
Okay, I
Is
think
that what you're saying?
maybe. I'm gonna try something.
You stated a theory earlier.
I'm gonna try something.
You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
And then I'm gonna hit that with poof. I'm gonna hit that
Those
with
words
poof.
you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya,
Nah.
what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
I'm gonna hit this with poof.
There's proof that you aren't the culprit.
No, that's wrong. If I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to
Yes.
get into her room.
Yeah, you tell him, Makao. He's wrong again! The downfall of a man!
Because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant.
Oh, what?
And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
This was all a sting. That's actually not true. What? There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko told us, an obvious lie, but this just isn't like her. To try and save herself with such a desperate lie? Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Is there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? Me and die. I die here, the mystery discovered. Which is why I can't let that happen. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us. Mastermind's trap? That's why he's trying to trap Kyoko? But what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I... Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro. Then Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The mastermind's turn. You spend all your time trying to avoid... Oh my goodness. I missed what he said. Or what she said. Am I wrong? What do I do? Hold on, can I go back and look at the transcript real quick? Without my room key. Oh, she had the key to everything. I forgot about that. I literally forgot about that. I was paying attention. I just didn't put 2 and 2 together. What do I do? Don't give me the... I have to decide right now. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Okay, this isn't time. Run away! Is this even like a choice? Or am I gonna hit, like, pursue the lie? Or let it go? Oh, I'm so nervous. What do I do? What do I do? I can't... Is it really Kyoko? Do the thing that won't kill her? That's what I want, but I don't know if it's the best for everyone. Oh... What does which one mean? Does pursue the lie mean like call her out on it, or does let it go mean? Then let go means just like drop it all, and run away just means like book it out of here. Oh, I already didn't trust her once, and that everything like went to shit for a couple days. So. If it's gonna let me, I think I'm gonna trust Kyoko here. Let me see. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret here. Something that has to do with the mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room. That it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of. Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to find it there.
So me. What? Even though you had the key.
It had to be Makoto, right?
Me?
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you? Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead, and then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
What? No, 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 no.
Huh?
What?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
What?
So then, it's time for voting time!
What?
Okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
No one vote. No one vote. He can't make us all vote. He can't kill us off. The ratings will go down if this is a TV show.
Voting time?
No, 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 no. Wait, wait. That's it? That's it? Wait! What is happening? I can't even enjoy the fact that that was like my best trial yet. I mean, I did still die once, but everything else was pretty solid. But what is happening? Was that an actual choice, or was that another BS choice? If I chose to pursue the lie, would it be like, oh, maybe, no, I can't do that. I didn't want to pursue the lie, but is this... This is trippy, man. Who we...
Now, who will be chosen as the Blackened?
We're all gonna die.
Will you make the right choice?
Is this
or
the end of the game?
Dreadfully wrong one.
We don't know who.
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Wait, what are you talking about? No! What? No, 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 no! What are you doing? What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You've got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job?
Yep.
They got it right? No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey.
Yeah, well, if I'm going down swinging. Let's square up.
Shing.
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials. I'm gonna end in the same way.
Chills,
No way!
kills.
Wait, what's happening? this can't be it. Wait, no. Why do I? What the heck, Kyoko?
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got.
What?
It's
Wait.
punishment time.
No, 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 no. Me? What is happening? This is fake, right? This is a smoke screen? Am I gonna play as a different character? No! What's happening? Dog! Is this what I get for trusting Kyoko? What are you talking about? What is going on? What is happening? Dog, wait, this is a prank. This is a prank. This has to be a prank. There's no way. There's not a shot. He's gonna stop it right at the end. There's absolutely no way. Or is that... Oh, did Alter Ego take over? What is going on? Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, what was that? It had to be
This is...
Alter Ego. Alter Ego. Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it from when it invaded my network. Damn it all to hell, I don't believe this. Seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was?
In other words,
I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch, an inch. This stupid virus is gone. Got it? And so is Makoto? Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage spew pit in a way that's even better special punishment. Dog, this game is rigged. What? There's no way. I mean, I know. Okay, no, there's no way. What is happening? But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. So who am I even talking to anymore? Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? So what the hell is going on?
calm down.
It's okay, we're not the ones being trapped this time. Huh?
In other words,
Now, it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
so
You'll understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. I'd like to understand now. The massive high school towers. Makoto? What is that? Over all of the school buildings and the bustle in the urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hopes. What? Hopes. Is this the beginning of the game? It brings in top students from every field imaginable. A government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fair name. There are two things you need to attend this school. One, you have to already be attending high school. Two, you have to be very best what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way it is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school filled with all students was me. What? Where am I? Woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? Wasn't any classroom I've ever been in before. What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? Is... What in the world? Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body start to come back together again, and then I was awake. Or was this just another dream? Dream inside of a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful for a dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Yeah, I got a knife in the back from the freaking snakes upstairs. Was I going to get stuck in there till I waste away and die? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remember all too well what had happened. Older ego saved me, and he used the last bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now, for myself and for my friend. With that, my pursuit of survival began. First up was to start looking for a way out of here. A way out. Well, I mean, the obvious sight is the door. How did I survive the fall? Then it's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here sure isn't gonna be easy. Well, if I'm not getting out here anytime soon. So I'd look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rot. But that was pointless too. I make search for water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had passed, and all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to fall from the sky. However, what I fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. Crunch. What the? Strange sound. A sound pierced my silent in isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched the pile of garbage, Joel stood up and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over here? Something fell from above. What could have it been? Well, let's find out. Where is it? Over there? Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? Carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
A giant piece of trash? Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Kyoko.
It smells awful.
What is going on? This place smells awful. Kyoko!
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your head. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Bread and water? Thank you! I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making it waste on my stomach. Ooh, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep moving forward is all about all I'm good at. Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Okay, so... But Kyoko, why'd you come wish for me? What? How? Where did you come from? Did you get? Did we have a garbage chute? Imagine if Makoto's a guy gluten free. Yo, if it was Byakuya, oh man, that came to save us. That would be crazy, I'm not gonna lie. I'd had to give him props for that, but I expect nothing less from Kyoko. This is why you trust people. Looking at you, Byakuya. Why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt, no, to atone. Atone.
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. You are here now, though I'm not. Did she plan on Alter Ego saving me? Like, was I supposed to die there? Maybe you don't trust people. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me. I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive, no matter the cost. But wait, though, like, if she... Who killed that person? Why was it me? Like, Monokuma, like, knows everything. He has the security camera. So if it was her, we should have all died, not just me. Just because I got the most votes. What happened there? How did I kill someone? Like, did she drug me to kill her? Kill them? But how does that work? So she knew that you knew that she knew that you knew that she was loved. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. But not now. Oh, never mind. It is now. The reason I have to survive.
In other words...
Is so that I can do what I came to do. To this school to do. I came to this school to do. What? I made up my mind to come to Hope's Peak Academy for one very important reason. So you have some reason for coming to Hope's Peak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once? Till recently. I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I had no memory of... no memory, that's impossible. Amnesia? Then it really is true. You lost your memory.
Makoto.
Do you remember Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing? You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too. When I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. And that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school. And I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But, what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine. It happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. You saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
Don't think. I'm positive. It was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of this school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
Why is that?
If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance of that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind, one of us? What? I hope she didn't forget that she was the mastermind. Oh, that's right. Nah, there's no way. Not a shot. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
that being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition, but I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an OA kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I
understand.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I'd still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. So, what now? What? That's a rocket in a tank? I think I better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Do we keep talking to Kyoko? You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So, how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability. What everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. I didn't use that exactly. I think I said ultimate investigator, criminal investigator. Same thing, no. I figured it was something along those lines. Oh, this is where Lucky Johnny left off in the game? Oh, really? Interesting. The ultimate detective. The ultimate detective?
correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy was there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone? Who?
So,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Oh, because he's my father. What? Yo. He's your father. What? Ooh, we got a Darth Vader thing going on here. What?
in other words,
Nani? I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
no matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
What's going on? Oh, what a yo. Oh no. Oh man. My memory hadn't come back at the top at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now. Of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him, that makes sense.
However,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. So, was she trying to, like, did they suspect this and, like, someone sent her to, like, be the ultimate detective to, like, figure this out, like, something like this was gonna happen? Or did she just want to find her father to meet her father? I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
so...
The room had been ransacked, the shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I've decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms to using the key I found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. Some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of the Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. So some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from the time to time. I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there?
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any camera monitors. It's to detective means that they are officially to solve crimes and work with the police. So jump through. How dare I get that wrong? So close but so far away. So what was it like? The part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in this school is more horrific than we could ever imagine. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get the chance soon enough. Sounds like it must be important. Really ominous. Ominous. Did we just keep talking?
However...
Of course, once I got to the second floor of the dorms. Oh wait, was that something different? Alright. Or do I just keep... Oh, which is why I had no idea what's going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. And I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared. In retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me. I did say that at one point. But why were they okay with killing me then?
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was. The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore with discretion.
In other words,
the mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto. Me? I could have been the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean when he was there during the night? I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like
Anyway.
this. It's exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had the sudden sense of dread. Looked down the stairwell. I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away as I followed it. I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
that wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is the mastermind,
Indeed.
right? I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't intervene, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words,
Means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more. I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair. There's no doubt Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy, whoever's responsible for that. They're the ultimate
would
despair.
seem-
The despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're,
Indeed.
make no mistake, they're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair, and that is our real enemy. Oh, pain of junk food junkie. Surviving students, we're still alive. No one even died besides Mukuro Ikusaba. So. Oh, we got the rocket! For that one. Yes, I'd love to save my data. Please. The ultimate despair. Good people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting all around the world. The most desperately awful group people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Alright, before we continue, now we can blast off at the speed of light. Before we continue, I gotta pee, so I'll be right back. Cool. Chapter 6, though, things are getting spicy. I thought for a second, I was thinking they were literally gonna kill off Makoto, and then we were gonna play as Kyoko. Just because she was just being like, she just made the most sense. But I like this direction a bit better. Though, not actually sure how Alter Ego really did do that. I'm not gonna question it because it saved my life. Anyway, let go. I also ate something too, so I'm back. Alright. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room? Okay.
Indeed.
Oh, of course I do. It's an absolutely vital piece, part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? This one. Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
That's fine now. A 1, a 2, a 3. How many licks does it take to get this Tootsie Roll Sand of the Tootsie Pop? The world may never know. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it in the keyhole. And then it opened up. Just as a... What kind of lock is that? Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
Now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. People better care that, like... To leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in my sleep schedule. Alright, peace out, Trev. Thanks for tuning out today. See you again. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Oh my goodness! The ladder was impossibly long, but I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into the darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. Oh, if you fall. I had no idea where we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking with... Oh, I hope keep my mind off of it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always been seen in that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It isn't like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that we have to stand separate from the rest of the society, which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort? Skirt, shut up, yo. Good thing she didn't go first, or Makoto would be like, oh.
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her, because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far Didn't help speak. It was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect. Absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk
Wrong.
about. There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However,
There's something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself. But apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future, but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. No long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. Good thing I didn't do that in the trial. Nah, that wouldn't let me do that anyhow. Okay. Alright. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that she compared that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. And don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right?
However...
But it's not true. There's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of this shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he'd forget about me years ago. He'd forgotten about me. But your family, to just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul?
Hey.
No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? We're connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond, so instead, I farted. I'm sorry. I had to lighten the mood a little bit. I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. This was an itchy... She would be first, and then she would fall on Makoto, and he would be blamed and get smacked for no reason. Oh yeah, is she the one who fell? Like, dog. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. At least they didn't fall. Oh, then I got that knock on wood. Oh, there's a latch. Holy crap, looks like this is it.
Indeed.
Yeah, she said if you fall, I won't be able to catch you. Dog, I think if he falls, you're coming down with him. Like, the way he falls, unless he, like, falls, like, back. On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? Oh, I'm very certain that that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open up with much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so here we are. Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. And now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gone out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Well, you saved me in the room earlier, so I guess we're even. As long as we're only counting today. So now what we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but Mastermind finds out. Worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen is because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared? You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
Mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mercury's death. Ladders scare me. Yeah, as always, especially something like that tall. Like, jeez. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was.
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it will be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice now, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Maybe we should shut the latch. Let's get to the gym. Where are we? Oh yeah, the garbage can. Is everyone gonna be in the gym? Everyone just chalked me up as dead? Or not, I know they didn't see me get squished, but... You really think I killed someone? Would be like... Come on, nice try, asshole. I'm back. Baby. Byakuya only wishes he could do something like this.
Well now, well now, well
Hey.
now, well now.
Hey, 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 hey. Can't run away. Monkuma's ability is Shadow Tag, which means we can't fly. Kyoko, I don't... Oh no, 2 ghosts! Oh, yo, here. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead! What is he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
Shing!
If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again! Oh no, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko!
Right.
Do whatever you have to. Do you feel you have to? What?
However...
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
Now...
You execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose?
Hey!
You explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words,
I was supposed to be the chosen as the blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another.
right,
In response to that unexpected development,
indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then, there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your previous execution machinery. Alter Ego. You never imagined the possibility of being that could come to an aid after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Murkuro, you did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You saying that Blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such a bold claims without a shred of
that
evidence?
doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find
That's
some.
right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk to like some kind of famous detective, right?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by despair you so love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me that in the absence of evidence,
indeed.
it's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased.
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because we said what we said is
Listen to
exactly
me.
right. Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn despair fair and
That's what we
square,
have to do.
bars, then I suggest you take my advice. Back streets, back over. So, what is this advice of yours?
it's true.
To do Murkuro's trial over again? Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure it's a fair
It's
trial.
time for one last showdown.
Time for one last showdown.
One final battle between hope
One
and
fi-
despair.
Ooh.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial. One last showdown, in other words. Be our chance to expose the true identity of Murkuro's killer, of the masterminds themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept this challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting.
Barrett!
Barely interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for a bear joke. Now what you've suggested might be possible, it would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim
I can
victory?
barely contain
Let's have
myself.
one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this. But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting ending. Mori, what's up? Is this really gonna be the finale? Are we like towards the end here? Guessing the killer's buried.
Guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do
I
that,
can barely contain
then that'll be
myself.
enough to call fully as a victory.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good, then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mercuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
Guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we're uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I wanted to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held?
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure, so...
hey.
What? Wanted to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on school regulations. And having a trial for Mercuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mercuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mercuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay. Enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Host Peak since the killing game began were those 16 students. What?
Listen.
You're telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
Now
I'm done talking.
really
I
angry.
got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why so mad? Seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. I'm doing pretty good too. How about yourself? You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get punished later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. Oh, man. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still have my life, and we still have a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
However,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. Still, I'm glad it worked out. Wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept, huh?
because
It's all because of the moment, because of that one moment that the mastermind let their guard down, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so
Wasn't there to hear it myself. But do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, the kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet, somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it for another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason.
so
They had to show the world something no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world.
it would seem
The mastermind had been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, no one would kill anyone.
in other words.
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point.
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's
It's true.
ridiculous. You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto,
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
in other words,
Because of their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind has simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't be a game, but a one-sided
at the
slaughter.
very least,
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us
indeed.
themselves. That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
She got murked off with. I know, like, Sayaka got murked off with, but, like, I don't know. I think it's because we, like, talked to her more. I feel like we barely even saw anything out of Junko. So instead, they tried to use the class trial following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer. They made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when the fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion.
Indeed.
To prove the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
it would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they'd violate their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making my bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least I won the bet. So let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small signal of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd showed my uneasiness, that would have just made that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
For everything we've gone through, we've been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone?
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Yeah, we'll go. To prove the sequels. But we must prove them wrong. The sequels are better than the prequel. Where are we going? The dorms? Which one? Just anybody? Who should we do first? Do we do Byakuya? It's Byakuya's room. Is he inside?
Hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay, not Byakuya. Small price to pay. They're all dead. You're dead. Toko? Shuzai?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Is anyone actually in the dorms? Or, you said dorms, right? Not dining hall? Okay, no one's in their dorm.
hey,
At least I don't think. I'll check the dining hall. Save after we talked about it. I keep forgetting about the checking the map. It shows people. Oh, it's 4 a.m. I have a test in a couple hours. But yeah, we'll end after talking to everyone. And some of you agree with? Oh man. What the heck? You again. Ha, Is he broken? I suppose his emotional stability reached its limit. Oh, jeez, what the heck was that?
However,
Wonder what that was about. But couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah,
Is that Makoto?
it do be me.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez. You're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure,
Good to
but
see you too,
you're not a
Byakuya.
ghost, right?
God dang it, here. I'm surprised Toko looks so happy. Everyone is there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. All the ones who voted me to, you know, die. Yeah. Welcome back, guys. Mind taking the knife out the back? Freaking snakes. Kevin Durant's started to tear up.
What?
Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. What do you think? It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Give away a shoe. You of all people. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Oh my god. Oh, hey hero, what are we doing?
Yo,
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? On the shadow realm? I didn't go to the spirit world. Thanks to you.
you know?
I'm sorry, no thanks to you. Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo? No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me neither. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say that they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. A learning experience? Oh my goodness. I guess that's not the most toxic thing you could have said. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And no dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? You stink. Are you rotten?
I'm telling
Running physically, mentally, every way where you can be run. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. This smell is so a smelly smell that smells smelly. Anchovies! Ah, super smell. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. I win. She seems happy for some reason.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mercuro's trial. Wait, seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? Oh, let's see, like... No, I didn't! No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you. You
Wrong.
stooges. Makoto isn't the killer. And of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mercury?
that's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap that contrived by the mastermind. Hold on, I'm tweeting. Master Makoto. Now I have the giggles. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just,
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school rules. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain their leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you're referring to.
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here! For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it later. Again. So knowing all of this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mercuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone!
I hate
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth.
Interesting.
In other words, one devious final battle. One decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But we're figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mercuro and all the school's mysteries. It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all the mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. What is going on? You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay. With the puns, and here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Oh, I didn't even... The mastermind's not even here. So... that dampened some things. If I wanted to eat a whole cake with your bare hands, nah, a whole cake would be pretty unbearable, I have to say. Mark said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So, in other words...
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mercuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to step foot in these school grounds, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mercuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students that have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... Oh, or one of what? There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mercuro, and you got 16. So the mastermind would have been one of us.
That's right.
And of those 16 people, we started out with the only ones still alive. Are the people standing right here? Need I continue, or do we get it now? You're saying that Mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that all to confuse
Indeed.
us. Certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The Mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? Check the dorms, maybe? Nah. But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and action beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of that conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Was it nighttime? Nighttime, yeah.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
So we are actually coming down to it, I think, with this game.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Really?
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to tripping over everything. And I'll call the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my
At this
family.
point, I can rely on myself, on the Tagami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your
Goodbye.
responsibility. Well then, after making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Good master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with ice cream without the cream, or coffee. Wait. Oh, dog! I'm getting into tweaking mode. It's a good thing we're coming down to the end. There was not the word ice in there. It's just cream without the coffee. Or coffee. Oh man, my mind's just everywhere now. Cause they're throwing a lot at us. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and Mei.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. This is a solo mission? Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gone off by themselves? What about you, Hina? Guess I'll do the same.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know.
I mean...
But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depend on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
Okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see ya later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits after she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
Oh, I thought she said she was gonna go off by herself. Guessing the grand stream of things. Are you feeling it now? Now the panty raid has begun. You feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However...
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
So...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can go back together and share what we know. Yeah, that's right.
So then...
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we can't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth by any means necessary. With that, Kyoko is gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. And we're like that. We are in another investigation. So I guess I'll start by look at the Monokuma file. Didn't we already have the Monokuma file for this? Well, let me just get to like a point where we're done with dialogue, and then I'll save. Because I don't want to actually skip or anything. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had been struck with... What can we trust, though? He bent the rules once. That'd scare me. Honestly, there's nothing stopping him from like just killing all of us if he wanted to, misleading all of us. Also been struck in the head with a object as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with wounds, or with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I... Thanks, Makoto, for that one. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed who? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. Yeah, that's Headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Makoto's face on it. Oh, and the second floor dorms where the gate was down before. I should be open. They should be open. I should be open now, right? After that, I have to double check the areas connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check have been added to the truth bullets. Okay, so, with that now, that's gonna do it for me this time. We are on the final stretch of this, I believe, unless they throw me a curveball. Let me just make sure I got that. Chapter 6, a nighttime investigation. Alright. I'm having trouble believing one of us is the mastermind. But if I have to predict someone to be the mastermind out of the group, I'm gonna say there isn't. We're not one of the masterminds. I don't know what they're gonna go with, but if I have to, I think the person I think could be the mastermind is Hero. He's just being, especially that time, he's being a little bit too stupid for me. I think he might be putting on a front. I'm not saying he is, but I'm saying if I have to guess, I think it's him. I don't think it's Kyoko. She's too involved in this. Same thing with Byakuya, as much as I would love it to be him. I don't think it's him because he just seems too involved in this and, like, he has his family name and all that bullshit, but, I'm sorry. But I know it's not Makoto, unless they really want to throw me through a loop. Toko, like, she's too weird to be a mastermind. Like, she's a serial killer. She's too weird and psycho, with the split personality. And then Hina, I'm not feeling Hina. She just seems like, she doesn't seem like she's the person for it. And the only person that I can narrow down, like, it doesn't seem like Hero face value, but, like, I think he could be maybe putting on a front. But at the end of the day, I don't really feel like anyone is there. I think there's going to be some tomfoolery going on. And we'll see that next time. He's just a free spirit, pun intended. But yeah, so 3 hours, 30 minutes. Honestly, it doesn't seem like that long, but it's 4:30 my time. And this is kind of like 4 or 5 was the time I expected to end. I don't know. I didn't think I got started that late. I think it was like at least 1 a.m. I guess that is 3 hours. I don't know. But yeah, I'm actually gonna, I have a test in like 3-ish hours. No, that's 5-ish hours actually. Okay, I have longer than I thought. So I'm gonna probably do a couple things and study for the test a little bit since my sleep schedule is whacked up. Yeah. Oh, I forgot I didn't see that Discord thing. Okay. This kill the girl. What? Wolverine is really just 2 Batmans kissing. I can't stop thinking about. Yo, I think I saw this the other day and I like completely like got out of it because I could not unsee it. And like, dog, that is so weird. Like, whoever found that out, that is crazy. Look at the video. Oh, there's a video. Oh. Okay, so never mind. We got 16 minutes. Okay. Making. Alright, we'll check this out real quick. Oh, that's Maggie from SMG4. I told her that was the Tora. Oh. Alright, this one's only 10 minutes. Is this, is it still candy? Dang, it's taking 3 people to do this. Oh, what the heck? They're like cutting it with scissors. This is kind of satisfying. I wonder if what it would taste like if you ate it right then and there. If you could even. Now, you probably could do that, but just. I don't know. They say like you shouldn't even eat like cookie dough raw, but that doesn't stop me. Notifications that just caught my eye. I had to show someone. Yeah, this is definitely interesting. I never really looked into candy making. Oh my. Almost looks like the jump rope. Not to eat ant killer, but that they told me not to eat the ant killer, but that didn't stop me. Everyone's just working in like silence. Usually with these kind of things they put like background music in, but you just hear like the sounds of the work. And there's something almost like relaxing about that. I'm interested to see how this turns out. I'm sure this is gonna look insane. Oh, what the type of candy? Taffy, maybe? This is just silent. Speaking of that though, saltwater taffy's pretty lit. I haven't had it in a while, but it's good. Yo, it's taking 3 people to do this. I think I already said something like that, but that's just like kind of crazy. This is gonna be candy. They're pulling out the blowtorch. Wasn't expecting that to be a tool used for this job. Look at that. Yeah. This has to be some big candy, yo. Facts. We're back with the blowtorch. Smooth it all out. Oh man. Jeez, that's like a carpet. What the heck? That looks like a wire. Oh wow. So this is turning into hard candy. That's the end game goal? What? I thought they were making a big, like, fox thing. I was wondering what they were doing. I thought they were just getting, like, extra candy from the excess. Wow. They stretched it, the big face, like, they stretched it out so that the imprint still stayed in the stretching. Yo, that's crazy. It's a giant rug, then tiny nibbles. Yo, what happens to the big, like, the big thing? Does that get sewn? Yo, that's crazy. I wasn't expecting that. That was cool. That was cool. I like that. This just shocked me. That shocked me too. I wasn't thinking they were gonna get tiny candies out of that. I thought they were making a big, like, fox head. And then when they were pulling it, I was like, what are they doing? Are they gonna somehow mangle that into, like, a body or something? And then, like, they started cutting it. It's like, are they just getting, like, excess candy and just, I don't know, are they gonna, like, just chop it and then, like, the big fox head's gonna be the candy, and then they revealed the small ones. I wanted to see him do a Shrek one. Yeah, that would be cool. With the image of Shrek's get outside, yeah, that would be cool. That's gonna do it for me. That was a good video. And a good Danganronpa session. Thank you for tuning out today. See you guys tomorrow. I'll have to message Lucky Johnny and tell him we're past the part that he is up to, so might have to miss a little bit. So, yeah. Anyway. Seemed like a corgi. It could have been that. I just kind of said fox because I saw orange. And did I say tomorrow? I'm not streaming tomorrow. I meant, yeah, I meant that. I just got lost in the sauce. My next stream is going to be anime reaction on Thursday. We'll be back with Danganronpa next week whenever. Finishing it? Question mark. We'll have to see. We need to investigate and then do the trial. Maybe, unless this is a big smoke screen. Then I don't know. I think we are nearing the end here, so we'll see what happens next. And I'm excited. Also excited for more Mai versus Merrick. Interesting matchup, though I just don't see Mai having any sort of a chance. And more Gurren Lagann, that's going to be good too. So yeah, with that being said, peace out. See you guys tomorrow. A day again. See you next time. Goodbye. Peace out, Captain Cold. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.